everybody, Shox16 back once again for the Renegade Master. Sorry if I sound a bit bunged up, that's because I'm just coming to like the tail end of man flu, everybody's favourite virus, the man flu. So yeah, I've been suffering now for about 10 days and hopefully, I'm starting to see the back end of it now, which is awesome time. So yeah, anyway, I was tagged by a fellow YouTuber. That YouTuber was none other than ProBman5, better known to me and the rest of his buddies as Brad. If you don't know who Brad ProBman5 is, then click his young De Niro looking face and check out his channel because it's awesome sauce. So yeah, he tagged me in a video, tag, believe it or not, which was, what was it, 5 most nostalgic games. That's right, they don't have to be like games you played the most or something like that. They don't have to be favourite games. They don't even have to be good games. Just games that, 5 games that are nostalgic for you for, yeah, for certain reasons. So yes, I, Shox16, it is me by the way, look. It's me. It's me. Glasses on, look. Who's this man? Who's this man? Glasses off. Oh, it's Shox. That's right. YouTube's original Clark Kent. Anyway, let's do this tag. So yeah, like I say, check out Brad's channel and yeah, I am going to tag 5 people as well, like he did on his video and the person who tagged him before that. So if I don't like mention any names, if I forget to tag you like in the video, then check the description bar below and yeah, you'll know if you've been tagged or not. So anyway, here we go with no particular order, just 5 nostalgic games to me. So, yeah, let's just go for it. First one, Double Dragon on the Game Boy. So yeah, why did I pick Double Dragon on the Game Boy? Basically because it's one of my most nostalgic games. There you go, let's move on to the next one. And of course not. So yeah, Double Dragon on the Game Boy. I always loved Double Dragon in the arcades, and yeah, I just really wanted a home port of it. Waited ages to get an home port of it, and then the Christmas that I got my Game Boy, this was one of the games that my mum and dad actually bought for it, and I didn't ask for it. It was just one of those games that they bought to go with the console, and yeah, it kind of blew me away. And whenever I play this game, or even just looking at the cover art of this game, it just reminds me of that certain Christmas where I basically just ignored my family for like, I don't know, 2 weeks during Christmas and after Christmas, because yeah, I didn't have family after this. These were my family. Bimmy Lee and Jimmy Lee, Bimmy and Jimmy, or whatever the spelling mistake was on the, was it on the NES version? But yeah, these was my family. I was Lee. I was Shox Lee. Do you know what I mean? The 3rd dragon. Who needs family when you've got 2 ninjas? But yeah, anyway, this game was, I just thought it was brilliant. And you could play it on System Link as well. So I used to play this on System Link with my cousin, you know, with the connection, the Game Boy connection cord thingy. So you could play 2-player and then have a bit of a scuffle at the end to see who wins the game. But yeah, it's just nostalgic because of that. It's just, whenever I look at it, it transports me instantly back to that Christmas. And yeah, I just remember it. So, well, I mean, we had a Boxing Day party. Like, I don't know about like you guys, but our family, I come from quite a big family, and back in the days when we was all talking, do you know what I mean? That's a different story nowadays, but it's not one for YouTube. But anyway, I come from a big family, and every year, like, it was a different person's turn to host the Boxing Day party. Do you know what I mean? And it usually was one of the family members who had like the biggest, like the bigger houses, and yeah, my mum and dad had kind of like, my family home was kind of like a big house, so yeah, our house used to like come up quite a lot on the hosting. And this year in particular, we was hosting the Boxing Day party, and I basically just didn't see anyone. I just sat in the corner of the living room playing Double Dragon. And I regret nothing. So there you go. Double Dragon is my first pick. Second one. Mortal Kombat on the Mega Drive. Not necessarily the Mega Drive, but this is my favourite version of it, so yeah, I'm going to put it up anyway. So yeah, another game that I played in the arcades, and yeah, it totally grasped me, oh, I don't know. You know what I'm like for using words that don't mean what I actually want them to mean, but whatever, it took hold of me. Whatever, I'm just fucking floating there. You can tell I haven't been on camera for ages, man. Yeah. Anyway, Mortal Kombat. Great game in the arcades. It's a game that I got kind of addicted to, and yeah, it kind of drew me in with the violence and stuff like that, because I was only a kid when this came out. And again, it was one of those that I wanted on the home console, and when I found out it was coming on the home console, maybe you can remember the advert for it. I don't know if you live outside of the UK, maybe you had a different advert, but in the UK we had this advert. And yeah, there should have been like an awesome clip of an awesome advert there with a guy screaming Mortal Kombat in the middle of the street. I'm telling you about it just in case that I couldn't find the clip and I didn't edit it in. So there you go. But yeah, that I saw that advert and I was like, oh my god, Mortal Kombat's coming to home consoles. But you know, back in our day when we were kids, we didn't just get like money here and there. We couldn't just say, I want that game, and you know, your mum and dad would spunk the cash over to you and you could go out and get it. You basically got games for your birthday or Christmas. And if you wanted a game in between then you saved your pocket money for about 6 months or something like that, till you had enough to go out and buy yourself a new game. So yeah, because I didn't have no pocket money saved, and you know, my birthday and Christmas wasn't on the horizon, I basically had to convince, and this is where the genius of the Shocks came in, the young Shocks came in, because not only did I manage to talk my friend at the time into getting it on his birthday, but I also managed to talk my cousin into getting it as well on his birthday. And of course, it was just so that I could play it. So yeah, my mate went to Toys R Us for his birthday, spent all his like birthday money, and yeah, I went with him and I basically talked him into picking up this game on the Mega Drive. And yeah, we went home and we had a sleepover at his house, and I basically just stayed up all night playing this. Yes, underage, because, you know, 18-year-old game. And was it the first rated game, age-rated game in the UK, something like that? I don't know. Can't remember. What time are we at? I'm jambling on, aren't I? So yeah, anyway, best carry on with this. Well, this is going to be a long-ass video. So yeah, yeah, talked his mum and dad into buying it in for his birthday, and he weren't really all that interested in the game. He'd not really played it. But of course, like I said, it was more for my benefit than his. And then again, when my cousin had his birthday, my auntie and uncle took us to Toys R Us, and I talked him into talking in my auntie and uncle to buying him this again. He loved it though. He did love it, my cousin. But yeah, he wouldn't have known anything about it if I didn't have said it. So yeah, we basically again slept over. I think I stayed at his house for like 4 days or something like that. Do you know what I mean? He was my best cousin after this. So yeah, Mortal Kombat, it just reminds me of them. It's so much nostalgia of seeing my cousin a lot, and yeah, and it also was one of the biggest letdowns when I finally got this for my Super Nintendo, and I found out that Nintendo had cut out all the like the death moves, kind of like cut out all the blood and stuff in it, and I was just like, what the fuck is this? Do you know what I mean? Get me a Mega Drive? Nah, mum and dad, get me a Mega Drive? Nah. And that was the day that I woke up about a year later after I came out of my coma, yeah. For talking to my mum and dad like shit. That never happened, it was a lie. And I'm really talking shit in this video, aren't I? So, next one. Skitching on the Mega Drive. Oh, this game, man. So much nostalgia to this. Yeah, it's basically Road Rash on roller skates, or rollerblades, should I say. Do you know what I mean? Rollerblades, inline skates, whatever you want to call them. I was always more of a Bowers man. Do you know what I mean? The proper roller skates, 4 wheels on each corner, the way it should be. What's all this wheels down the middle shit? Do you know what I mean? Anyway, skitching. Why is this so nostalgic to me? Because I used to bunk off school to play this. That's right. My best mate at school had a Mega Drive, and he used to hire this out from Blockbuster Video, I do believe he used to get it from. Because he used to like live kind of directly across the road from one actually. So yeah, he just used to hire like loads of games out for his Mega Drive, and he got this out, and I can remember we used to go around his house during dinner time. We used to get a bag of chips, go back to his house, and we used to eat a chips and play skitching. But we never used to go back. We just used to miss out like afternoon lessons at school. So we used to stay around here, and then when his mum and dad came in from work, we used to say, oh yeah, do you know what I mean? He just used to say, oh yeah, Adam's just come round to play a bit before he goes home. Like, bullshit, we've been there since dinner, mate. But yeah, we actually started bunking off school just to play this, just to have days playing this, and it was brilliant. If I could go back to them days and bunk off like work and that to play skitching, I'd be all over that shit. So yeah, skitching, so much nostalgia. Nostalgia! Now then, next game. Killer Instinct on the Super Nintendo. Now this game is nostalgic to me because it's the only game I have ever got on release day, like on launch day, should I say. And I'm not talking about like nowadays where you cheat, where you go on Amazon and you pre-order a game. I'm not talking about that shit. I'm talking about going down to the store, queuing up at stupid times to get your copy. And yeah, this wasn't a midnight launch at Virgin Megastore in Nottingham in the United Kingdom anyway. They did a morning launch. So yeah, they opened the store early in the morning so that you could get your copy of Killer Instinct. And I didn't pre-order mine. Basically, my mate had played this in the arcade and like he got me onto it. But then he like dropped it on me at last minute that he was going down on launch day to get his copy, and I was like, oh boy man, I need my copy now. So I went down with him and I queued with him early in the morning outside Virgin Megastore, got in there, but because we was like, I think we was like third in the queue, so I actually managed to get my hands on a copy, which was brilliant. And yeah, just so much nostalgia of playing this game to death, and the nostalgia of that whole day of, do you know what I mean, getting up early in the morning, like, do you know what I mean? At that age, in them days, the only time I got up early was for school. Do you know what I mean? I didn't see the morning at that age. There was only two things I used to get up for at that age, and that was school, against my own will, and ice skating at weekends. Those are the things I used to get out of bed for in the morning. But yeah, so I can remember getting up very early to go down to the launch for Killer Instinct, and yeah, it just reminds me of the day. Just looking at it now, it just reminds me, I can remember it, like it was like yesterday, like I was queuing outside Virgin Megastore to get myself a copy. So yeah, there we go, that's number 4. What time are we at now? I don't want this to go on forever. Oh yeah, 30 minutes, I can squeeze this in then. So the next one is, I don't know, some of you might consider it a great game, some of you might not. I consider it like a really nostalgic game. It's one of my favourite sports games actually, and it is the original FIFA International Soccer. This kicked something off. This was ahead of its time. Do you know what I mean? Every sports game after this kind of replicated it. Do you know what I mean? Every football game and stuff like that just kind of replicated it. And what makes it so nostalgic to me is that if you had the multi-tap, you could play sorry, my camera's going mental. Sorry about that. The camera was going mental then. I don't know what it was all about, but whatever. Hopefully this will record. So yeah, as I was saying, the thing that makes it so nostalgic was the fact that you could play it on multi-tap. So, do you know what I mean? To a team, I think that's how we used to play it. Because you like slide your controllers over to which team you wanted to play as. And obviously, I think all 4 of you could be on one side actually, couldn't you as well? But we used to play 2-on-2. And so much fun. Just so much fun. Yeah, you and like 3 of your friends. Do you know what I mean? All sat in the same bedroom on your multi-tap, on your little portable screen. It's like, how the fuck did we used to play multiplayer games on such little screens when we was kids? Do you know what I mean? Kids these days don't know. They just don't know, do they? With a flat screen, 60 inches. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, just pure nostalgic of friends of that time. Just friends. Do you know what I mean? I had some of the best mates back then. I'm not saying I have shitty friends now, but do you know what I mean? I grew up with some awesome people, and this game just reminds me of being sat either in my bedroom or around a mate's house in their bedrooms, and just playing a tournament, like 4-player tournaments on this. It's just so great. It's just proper nostalgic, happy memories. So yeah, there you go. There was my 5 nostalgic games. Thanks for tagging me, Brad, on this one. So yeah, I'm going to tag 5 people now, like I said at the beginning. And off the top of my head, Interghost, Dancentral or Colossal videos. Who else? Come on, what time are we at? Oh, it's creeping over the 15-minute mark. So Interghost, Dancentral. I can't think of 3 more, but I'll put them in the description box, so check it just in case you're there. But yeah, Dancentral, Colossal videos, whatever, you're definitely tagged, and Interghost, you're definitely tagged. So yeah, there you go. I've been Shot16, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye for now.